How we doing, guys? Just a quick update on what I'm seeing for today on silver. Uh, I'm noticing at the moment we've got a break and retest sort of these. It's not quite retested the highs yet. Still might take another drop down, test them highs. But anyway, more to the point, the structure that I'm kind of seeing. So it's going to, according to that, it might still follow this, but just so that we don't get caught out. You have one, two, three, four, five, and then usually after your fifth wave, you would have reversal. That could just be it. That could be your pullback after fifth wave. There's your pullback, but usually you would have a bigger drop than that. So I'm currently still holding a buy, but I'm risk free on it. I was thinking of this level about adding to it to catch the next wave, but I think I'm going to hold off because of the fifth wave and the fact it could reverse further down, could have a deeper correction down to back down to 74, 75, probably 74.5, I would say, that kind of zone there. And then potentially continue back up from there. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just kind of wary of it happening. Wouldn't surprise me if there's your left shoulder, there's your head, which I'm not saying again, I'm not saying this is happening, but if it breaks below this ascending structure here, which is currently respecting, if it breaks below the high there and that ascending, then yeah, we might see that. In which case, I might look for the sell in between that level and catch that move down and then go into the buys from there. If we don't see the break, I'm going to give this more time from here. I'm still holding my buy further down. Where's my entry? 76162. And about here, but I'm risk free. So if that breaks out, I'll probably get taken out break even. And then if it breaks and if it closes below and it struggles to break back above, then I may look for that sell down. But if that doesn't happen, right, come New York session, place a zone here, like another war zone, entry war zone. So if it breaks back above that, then retests it, then I would say that kind of head and shoulders pattern forming is ruled out and the move down is ruled out. And it was just a small correction after the fifth wave and we're just going to continue up. That's probably what's going to happen because I don't really see gold or silver having like dropping, but having corrections like that is still sort of possible. All it takes is a bit of sort of negative news around the metals, and they have a sharp pullback before the bigger wave up. So we don't that's the reason I'm doing this call. We don't want caught out on that. So don't be uh, too cocky when it comes down to what's the word I'm looking for? Don't be too don't have FOMO because you see it come down, it's retesting, you think you're getting a good entry because that could end up breaking out down. Just wait on the actual strategy. Try not to get a cheeky entry, wait in the break because it breaks above that war zone, go down to the 15 minute. You can see that was support here, support, resistance here. So if it clears it out of that, then that's ruled out, broken out of that. And then, so if we get a breakout here, retest, and then look for your buys around there. That's the way I would approach that. And then you're less likely to get caught out on price breaking to the downside. There isn't any red folder news on today, but as we know, there's loads of shit going on. So all it takes is something like that, and we've got a massive move. So just because we don't have red folders, don't think that we're all good, we're all good. Like always be aware. Shit can hit the fan real quick. Let me just check gold quickly before I stop this. sort of forming the same structure. You got that one, two, three, four, five. Again, I'm not saying it's going to reverse, but just a sharp pullback down to this support, it wouldn't surprise me. And then that would just be like a double bottom at that level, and that's the correction it needs before continuing up if it does drop. I'm not in a trade on this at the moment. Yeah, that pattern there is sort of like a reversal. So I'm just, yeah, a bit wary that we could come down and test. So that was pretty much a war zone down here. But it could, as your one, two, three, four, five. Oh, we could do something like that. So like silver, if that was to break below here, as you can see on the bar pattern, price breaks down, test, test, then move down, test the war zone, and then it's better buys from there, and then you get your bigger wave up. Usually that's what the market would do if it's going to form a big wave to the upside. You would have a sharp pullback and then boom. So, and that's sort of like a reversal pattern it's forming there. I'm not saying that it's going to reverse, but if it breaks below that, yeah, that's when you're where that alert is pretty much. Breaks below that, then most likely we're going to see that pull back down to test. So just be careful today. Don't want you caught out on that. But yeah, I'll update the analysis later on today. Thank you.